paper. Rice paper, despite the name, has nothing to do with rice or rice plants. Instead, it's made from a large shrub, Tetrapanax papyriferum, in the West generally referred to as rice paper tree. Rice paper tree is found everywhere in Taiwan at altitudes between 400 and 1500 meters above sea level. It's a tall shrub with large fingered leaves and a remarkably straight stem. The special feature which sets this shrub apart and accounts for its extensive use throughout Chinese history is the soft white pith, which possesses a spongy, flexible quality. This pith has several different applications. Primarily, it's used in the making of rice paper, simply by drying and cutting it into thin layers just like peeling an apple. The ideal growing conditions for the rice paper tree are forestry areas with high humidity, where taller trees provide shading through most of the day. The shrub propagates easily and grows very quickly, reaching a height of several meters within the 4 to 5 years before it's felled. Only the pith of the shrub is used. This pith is unlike most anything else found in the world of nature, in texture and colour rather resembling an inorganic material such as polystyrene or foam rubber. As mentioned earlier, the special properties of the pith have numerous different uses. It can be used for protecting lenses and optical instruments, and it's a common ingredient in the preparation of Chinese herbal medicines. Decoration purposes, the specialty of the Jason Company, are another widespread application. Here the finer parts of the pith are cut into paper-thin pieces and dyed in various different colours. Consider the wide number of applications, combined with ease and high yield of cultivation, and it's no wonder that this industry is growing rapidly. The largest cultivation areas in Taiwan are the mountains of Hsinchu County, followed closely by the mountainous regions in the east coast in Hualien and Taidong counties. Hsinchu City is the main centre of processing and distribution. Let's now take a look at the initial step in processing the wood fibre. The shrub stem consists of a core of pith surrounded by a shell of a firmer wood-like material. The pith core is shaped like a long club, thin at the base and wide at the top. The pith is separated from the rest of the stem simply by applying pressure to the base, whereby the pith is squeezed out through the tub. It's very important that this is done within a short time after the stem has been filled. The pith is now dried, contracting a little in size and attaining the characteristic light and spongy texture. Finally, it's cut into shorter sections and divided into categories according to the future use. We here see how the cutting of the pith into pieces of specified size is performed. Without knowing the origin of these perfectly regular, bleach white cylinders, one would certainly think they were made of a synthetic material. The use of rice paper goes back thousands of years. In fact, it was the first practical writing material ever developed by any civilization. Undoubtedly, many people would be surprised if they knew that rice paper, that symbol of ancient Chinese civilization, is made simply by shaving off in thin layers the dried pith of a common shrub, a task which we now see being done. Of course, it's very important to select good regular pieces of pith, the thicker the better. The fine, paper-thin shavings are generally between 10 and 12 centimeters wide and as long as the thickness of the stem permits. As you will see, the wood fibre after dyeing makes the ideal raw material for artificial roses, carnations and so on, its soft, moist appearance making it almost impossible to tell if the flower is real. Owing to its strong absorbent property, wood fibre is exceptionally easy to dye. If only a small quantity is required, The recommended method is to fill a small container with water and then add dye stuff of the desired color along with a small amount of white emulsion for better fastness. Now mix the dye carefully and put in the wood fiber. Then remove it with a pair of pincers and allow it to dry before use. We here see how the wood fiber is neatly bundled and packed as it's being prepared for shipment. The products of the Jason Company span many different categories. In addition to wood fiber for decoration purposes, we also make paper for letter cards, for painting and for calligraphy. The texture and absorbent qualities of the paper make it ideal for these applications also, giving the painting or writing an almost three-dimensional appearance. Presently, our products all enjoy widespread popularity, and their excellent sales records have greatly encouraged our efforts at improving quality and production techniques. Since the establishment several decades ago, Jason has worked hard to promote its product to a greater and greater market. We are committed to keep alive and flourishing the ancient Chinese tradition of rice paper making and the fine artworks and handicrafts of which it makes an indispensable ingredient. The Jason Company has always adhered firmly to the fundamental principles of quality and service, which are such an integral part of the way we do business. Our fame and prestige today bear witness of our past success and stand as a firm commitment to customer satisfaction. We thank you for watching and sincerely welcome your comments and advice.